Hey, it's Kat, and today I have a nice gentle flow practice for you. But before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any more videos with me. I love to practice with you on YouTube for free, so make sure you're subscribed. All right, we're going to start our gentle flow class on our hands and knees today in a tabletop position. So just align your hands outer shoulder distance apart, your knees hip distance apart, and then make sure your shins are nice and parallel. From here, just drop your belly down. Inhale as you look forward. Exhale as you round, tuck your tailbone under, gaze towards your thighs. Again, inhale for your cat pose, look forwards, arch your spine. Exhale for your cow pose, round. A couple more like that. Inhale, allow the belly to relax and drop as you fill up. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, relax the head, neck, and shoulders down. Good. Find your neutral tabletop position. And then from here, we're going to take a little stretch for our wrists. So sit back on your heels and then extend your left arm out in front of you. Gently pull back on your fingers. So you're just flexing your left hand. Just taking some extra time to stretch that out there. Good. Switch sides. Right fingers up towards the sky, flexing your hand and then gently pulling back with your other hand. So we're just stretching out the front of our wrists and forearms because we're going to be on our wrists a lot for our flow class. Good. Come back to your tabletop position. From here, we'll take a gentle stretch. So turn your left palm over so your palm is up, your fingers are facing back towards your toes, and the back of your hand is down. So right here, you might be able to straighten out your elbow a little bit. Just by putting the hand down, you might feel a gentle stretch. Play with where your weight is. If you're feeling some pain, try and lift the hand up a little bit or even walk your weight forwards. If you want to intensify the stretch, start to straighten out your arm and maybe start to extend the hips a little bit farther back. So gently pulling and stretching on the back of your hand. Good. Place your palm back down and then switch sides. Right hand, back of the hand goes down, fingers facing towards your toes. And gently start to straighten out your right arm. If that feels okay, you might even shift your weight back. So some people are going to have longer tendons in the front of their hands. Other people, the top of your hand or the wrist bone may not come all the way down onto the ground or onto the mat, and that's totally fine. Just want to feel a really nice, gentle stretch. Take a couple deep breaths here. Good. And then place your right hand back down. We're in our tabletop position. From your tabletop position, turn your fingers out towards the sides of your mat. If you can, keep walking your fingers so that the fingers are facing a little bit more diagonal, as if you were going to turn your hands all the way around. So depending on how your shoulders are, you might be able to walk the hands a little bit further back, or just pointing them out to the sides will give you a nice stretch through the entire front inside of your wrist. It's also going to stretch the shoulders a little bit, so that's where the rotation is coming from. It's coming from my shoulders, not necessarily my elbows. So in order to do that, I'm very slightly drawing the shoulder blades together. Good. Let go of your hands there. We'll take a little rest for the hands. So sit back on your heels, make some circles, their hands in one direction, and then the other, just moving the fingers around so they feel good. All right, we'll come back to our tabletop position. From your tabletop position, go ahead and extend your right arm out in front of you. Reach it long. If you feel okay and stable, extend the left leg out long too. If you feel pretty wobbly here, you can also take your left hand a little bit wider to stabilize. Take an inhale, lengthen. Exhale to stay. One more inhale, think of growing longer. Exhale, stay. Good. Inhale to reach. Exhale, lower your hand and knee back down. Good. Reach your left arm forward, so the other hand. And if you feel okay here, you might extend the back leg as well. So you're one nice tabletop straight line. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, maybe tone the belly a little bit. Inhale, reach, stretch. Exhale. One more inhale. Get even longer. Exhale, lower your hand and knee back down onto the mat. Go ahead and widen your knees, untuck your toes, bring your big toes to touch you, and then sink your hips back towards Balasana or Child's Pose. So here you've got lots of room for your belly. Reach your arms long, and then go ahead and gently lower elbows, head down onto your mat. Just allow yourself to soften and grow heavy. Good. With every inhale, think about growing longer along the sides of your torso, and with every exhale, soften the chest down. Good. We'll take a little side body stretch, so walk both of your hands towards the left side of your mat. And you can even take your right hand and place it on top of the left. A little bit too intense and it's quite to go on top of the left, but if you're looking for a little bit more, place the right hand on top of the left. Think about sinking your right hip back towards your right heel. To your right side here. Walk both hands through center. And then take them all the way over towards the right side. Again, you can take your left hand and place it on top of the right if that feels nice to get a little bit of a longer, deeper stretch along the left side of your torso. But if not, just separate the hands and gently reach over towards the right. You're still getting longer, so inhaling to lengthen the sides of the body, exhaling to soften your chest, soften the torso. Breathing into that stretch and sinking your left hip back towards your left heel. Good. Come back to center. And this time you're going to reach the arms long, so the arms are going to be straight. Go ahead and drop the forehead down. And then press into all 5 fingers. Use the strength of your arms to press the hips back as you lengthen out the arms and the sides of your body. Take an inhale to grow even longer. Exhale to soften the head and the chest. Good. Walk yourself back to your tabletop position. Hands outer shoulder distance apart. You want your pointer fingers pointing forwards, knees right underneath your toes, and then align the ankles and shins so that they are parallel train tracks. Good. From here, you're just going to draw the shoulder blades together slightly. So I want you to think about your elbows and rotate them so that the elbows are facing towards the back. So elbows might naturally come out to the side. See if you can rotate them, or think about sending the pits of your elbows forwards. So shining the inside of the elbows, the elbow crease forwards. Naturally, your shoulder blades might draw together. Hopefully your shoulder blades are going to draw away from your ears. So you're going to lengthen your neck really nice and long here. Good. From here, reach your right arm out. And if it feels okay, extend the left leg out as well. Take an inhale to lengthen. Exhale, bring your elbow and knee towards one another as you round. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow and knee come together as you drop your head and look towards your thighs. One more time, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow and knee come towards one another, and gently place right hand, left knee back down. Switching sides, extend the left arm out long. And if you feel steady and stable today, extend the right leg out long as well. Take an inhale. On your exhale, bring your elbow and knee towards one another. Inhale, reach out long. Exhale, elbow and knee together. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. Gently place the hand and knee back down. Good. From here, tuck your toes under. And then we're coming back into our crouch position. So walk your hands back. We're actually going to come into a forward fold position. So if your hands need to come off the ground, that's totally fine. Feet hip distance apart. You're just going to try and keep the upper body low to the ground here. Head, neck, and shoulders are relaxed. Arms can just be dangling. And then make sure you bend your knees a generous amount. Almost like you're trying to lay your belly onto your thighs. A couple deep breaths here. So our flow is often made up of a lot of tabletop, a lot of forward fold, and a lot of standing. From here, bend the knees even more and start to roll up. So let the arms dangle. Take your time stacking vertebra on vertebra, so low spine or lumbar spine starts to straighten out. Mid-back starts to straighten out. Shoulders are still relaxed, chin is tucked, and then finally, shoulders start to stack, back of your neck stacks, and you stand up tall. Once you get to the top, give your shoulders a few rolls forwards or back. Loosen up any tension if that feels good. And then step towards the front of your mat. And as you inhale, reach your arms around and up. As you exhale, bring the palms together through heart center. Again, inhale, reach up and look up. Exhale, bring the palms together, look down. One more time. Inhale, sweep the arms around and up. Exhale, palms together and look down. This time, inhale, reach the arms up. On your exhale, bend your knees and hinge at the hips to lower your hands towards the ground. Inhale for a halfway lift, so lengthen your torso to halfway. Hands can be on shins or thighs. Exhale, plant your hands and step back to your tabletop position. Good. From your tabletop position, sink back to a child's pose. Widen the knees if you need, if that feels good. And from your child's pose, relax your elbows down. Option here to stay in this child's pose. Bend at the elbows and bring the hands together behind your head. Bringing the hands to a prayer or an Anjali Mudra. Go ahead and place the hands back down in your tabletop position. Parallel the knees so they're right underneath your hips once more. So again, fingers are outer shoulder distance apart. Pointer fingers point forwards. Drop the shoulders down and back. Slight rotation of the pits of the elbows forwards. Elbows facing back. Tuck your toes under. From here, press into your hands. Shift your hips back. And then begin to lift the hips up towards the sky. So as you lift your hips, you start to straighten out the legs. No need to get them fully straight. That's totally fine. This is more about lifting your hips up towards the sky. You want your hips high and your heart low. Reminder of today's affirmation, I can do hard things. I can do hard things. Pedal out your feet if that feels good. So extending one leg straight, bending the other, alternating for a little hamstring stretch. And then make sure the arms are nice and strong still, so you're pressing down through all 5 fingers of your hands evenly. Your arms are as straight as they can be, and then rotate the elbows back. Rotate the pits of your elbows or the elbow crease forwards. Lift your hips up high, bend your knees. Allow the belly to drop down. Strengthening position, our downward facing dog or Adho Mukha Svanasana. From this position, go ahead and shift the shoulders over top of the wrists. So we're coming to the top of a plank position. If you need, you can lower your knees down right now, or you can stay with your legs straight. Hug the elbows in by your sides. We're all going to lower to our knees. And then with those elbows hugging in, so the elbow crease is facing forwards, or pits of the elbows as I like to call them, start to lower down by bending the elbows. So you're not lowering your chest, you're bending your elbows. Elbows stay close to your side in order to lower down. Good, we're going all the way back up. So press into your hands, start to straighten the arms, lift your hips up as well. Almost like a push-up. We call these chaturanga push-ups. And then lower all the way down. Good, this time you can relax. No need to put pressure in your hands. You're still gonna hug the elbows close to your sides behind you. Untuck your toes. And then take an inhale for a baby cobra. So just lengthen and lift the crown of your head forwards and up. And then exhale, lower down. Again, inhale, lengthen and lift the crown of the head forwards as you begin to peel the heart and shoulders up off the mat. Exhale, lower down. Again, inhale, so the whole back is bending from the low back all the way up to the upper back. We're lengthening and lifting, lower down. Good, tuck the toes under, press through tabletop position, and then lift the hips up and back to downward facing dog. A reminder that in our flow, anything we do in downward facing dog can be done in a tabletop position. From your downward facing dog, look towards the front of your mat and your hands, and then walk the feet towards the front of your mat, bringing your feet hip distance apart. Really normal if the hands are no longer touching the floor. Feet are nice and flat, spread all 5 of your toes. Good. From here, we're going to reverse swan dive. So as you inhale, lift your head and chest all the way up. Reach the arms around and up. As you exhale, bring your hands through heart center. Release your palms by your side. Shine the palms forwards. Tadasana, mountain pose. And then I want you to notice if you feel a little bit lightheaded coming all the way up. And just be mindful of that. Your option would be instead to come halfway up and back down, and then join us in our halfway lift and back down if you find that coming all the way up makes you a little bit lightheaded, because we are going to be going up and down a fair amount through our flow. All right, standing in Tadasana, palms forward. Our affirmation today is, I can do hard things. I can do hard things. Inhale, reach the arms around and up. Exhale, bow forwards from the waist, softening your knees. Inhale, lengthen the crown of your head forwards, lift the torso for a halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands and step back to a plank position. Hug the elbows in and lower all the way down. On your inhale, untuck your toes, little lift for a cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes under, come through tabletop, and then send the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Reminder in our downward facing dog to bend the knees a lot, send the hips back in space so that the arms are straight. Take a couple breaths here. Look forwards. On your inhale, walk to the front of your mat. On your exhale, bow forwards, relaxing the hands and shoulders. Good. On your inhale, sweep the arms around and up and rise up or rise halfway. Exhale, bring the palms through heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, circle the arms down as you dive forward to your forward fold. Inhale for a halfway lift, lengthen your chest halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank position and lower all the way down onto your belly. Inhale, lengthen the crown of the head, baby cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift through tabletop or come all the way straight to downward facing dog. Once again, straightening the arms, softening the knees, send the hips up and back. You want to send your belly towards your thighs. Straighten out the arms. Turn the creases of your elbows forwards or your elbow pits forwards. Good. Downward facing dog is a rather challenging posture, so if at any time you need to come to tabletop, that's also a good option. Look towards the front of your mat. On your inhale, you can step, hop, or walk to the front of your mat. Exhale to bow forward, feet hip distance apart. Inhale, sweep the arms up as you rise up or halfway. Exhale, bring the hands through heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bow forwards at the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step, hop, or walk to the back of your mat as you lower down. Inhale, lift the crown of the head. Exhale, tuck the toes under, coming through tabletop or straight to down dog. Good. Inhale, look to the front of your mat, step, hop, or walk to the front of your mat. Exhale, feet hip distance apart as you bow and soften. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up as you come all the way up or halfway. Exhale, palms through heart center. Good. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step, hop, or walk to the back of your mat. Lower all the way down. Inhale for your cobra. Press into your hands a little bit more this time. Exhale, tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, once again, finding our nice stable dog. So sending the hips up and back, straightening out your arms, and rotating the elbows backwards so that the pits of the elbows are shining forwards. All 5 fingers are pressing down. Arms are strong and straight. And then you're pressing your chest through your shoulders, pressing the heart towards the thighs, and lifting your hips up as high as possible. This is your downward facing dog pose. From this posture, lift your right leg up to the sky, or if you need, come down to tabletop. Just go ahead and lift the right leg, extend it nice and long behind you. Try not to let the hips open, keep them nice and square. Good, breathe here. Press a little bit more into your right hand if you need, so that the shoulders stay nice and square. So nothing has changed, we've just taken one foot off the ground, and I really don't care how high it is. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, look between your hands and step your right foot between your hands. If you need, lower the left knee first and then physically use your hand to walk your foot forwards. Good. On your inhale, come on up to a low lunge, so lifting the torso, placing your hands onto your thighs. Inhale, sweep the arms around and up. Exhale, bring the palms through heart center. Inhale, circle the arms around and up. Exhale, palms through heart center. One more time. Inhale, look up. Exhale, palms through heart center, and then plant your hands and step back to downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, we'll find that really nice strong dog position. So you should be pretty good at it now, turning the elbows towards the back, elbow creases forwards, lifting your hips up nice and high, but it does take a minute to get into that really strong foundational down dog stretch. From here, you're just going to pick up your left foot, lift the left foot, extend it out in space. You're going to notice right away that the elbows are starting to sway or bow, shoulders are starting to shift, hips might be opening. Do your best to make them stay exactly where they were. You're going to have to compensate with one side a little bit. Good. Again, if you need, come to your tabletop position by lowering the back knee down. From here, take an inhale. On your exhale, look between your hands and step your left foot between your hands. Lower your right knee first if you need and walk the foot forwards. Find your low lunge, bringing your hands up onto your thighs. Inhale, sweep the arms around and up. Exhale, palms through heart center. Inhale, circle around and up as you look up. Exhale, palms through heart center. One more time like that. Inhale, look up. Exhale, palms through heart center. Plant your hands, step back to your downward facing dog. Lifting the hips up and high, bending the knees, pressing through the hands, straightening out your arms. Good. Look towards the front of your mat. Step, hop, or walk towards the front of your mat. And then come into a forward fold, relaxing the head, neck, and shoulders. From here, you can grab opposite elbows and sway side to side if that feels nice. Keep the knees bent a generous amount. Relax your belly down onto your thighs. Let the head relax. Give it a nod. Yes, I can do hard things. No, I am not afraid to try hard things. Good. Release the arms. Circle the arms around and up. Inhale, reach up, stand up, or come to halfway. Exhale, bring the hands through heart center. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back to plank position, and lower all the way down. Inhale for a cobra, maybe lengthen and lift a little higher this time. Exhale, tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Press the hips back, straighten out the arms, soften the knees. Good. From here, lift the right leg up towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, look between your hands. Step your right foot between your hands. Lower the back knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, plant your hands back down onto the mat and step back to a plank position. Lower all the way down onto your belly. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, look forwards and step the left foot forwards. Lower the back knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, plant the hands down and step back to a plank position. Lower all the way down, hugging the elbows in. Inhale, maybe press into the hands a little bit more, lift the chest a little higher. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back. Inhale, look forwards and step towards the front of your mat. Exhale, find your forward fold position. Inhale, reach the arms up as you come all the way or halfway up. Exhale, bring the hands through heart center or bow forwards. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or hop back to your plank. This time you can lower halfway or all the way. If you're feeling strong, you can lower halfway. Keep the hips hovering. Inhale. Take your little cobra, but with the hips lifted. Exhale, downward facing dog. From down dog, lift your right leg up towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands. This time option to come up to a high lunge. So back knee stays lifted. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bring the palms through heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up. If you're feeling a little bit wobbly, exhale, hands through heart center. Take your feet a little bit wider, like train tracks, right? Not a tightrope. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Plant your hands, step back to plank position, lower halfway or all the way, and then inhale for cobra or maybe an up dog. Exhale, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog, press into your hands, straighten the arms. On your next inhale, lift the left leg up to the sky. Exhale, step your left foot between your hands, and if you'd like, keep the back knee lifted. Inhale, reach up, rise up. Exhale, bring the hands through heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms around and up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, arms around and up. Again, if you're wobbly, feet a little wider. Exhale, hands through heart center. Let's go one more time. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Plant your hands, step back to your plank position. You can lower to your knees, or you can lower all the way down or halfway. Inhale, cobra or up dog, back bend. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Step hopper, walk to the front of your mat. Bow forwards, feet hip distance apart. Inhale, sink the hips down as you reach the arms up for chair pose. Exhale, bring your palms through heart center, stand up. Inhale, sink the hips back as you reach the arms up. Chair pose. Exhale, stand up, palms together. Inhale, sink back to a chair. Exhale, stand up. Good. Inhale, sink down to your chair. On your exhale, hands through heart center, gently lower down to the mat. So bring your hands behind you and carefully lower your bum all the way down. Good. We are done with the standing stuff. You can give the legs a little shake after that chair flow. Good. You're going to plant your feet nice and flat on the mat. Reach the arms forwards, tuck your tailbone under, and begin to roll down your spine nice and slow. A little bit of work for the core here. Good. When you find that you're halfway, take an inhale. On your exhale, see if you can lift back up. Good. Engage the core. Breathe out. Try and lift the spine back up. Good. Find a nice straight spine here. Arms are still forwards. Take an inhale. On your exhale, draw your navel to spine and scoop your belly under, hollowing out the belly as you start to lean back. Arms stay forwards. Anchor the heels down. Take an inhale here. Halfway. Exhale. Really engage that core. Grip the core and try and sit up. One more time. Inhale at the top. Exhale, lower to halfway. Again, drawing the navel into the spine, really hollowing it out. Tucking your hips under. Inhale. Exhale, lift all the way back up. Just bring your hands behind you for support as you cross your right ankle over top of the left thigh and turn the right knee out. Good. From here, bend into your left knee. Lift it up to the sky as you plant the left foot flat. We're coming into this kind of figure four stretch. If it's more comfortable for you, you can always come down onto your forearms or you can stay upright. However close your belly is to your thigh, that's going to make it feel a little bit more intense. The farther away your torso from your legs, less intense. If it feels good, rock the legs side to side. Just let them sway. Good, we're going to sway and we're going to plant the right foot down on the mat. So the right foot's going to come across your body to the left side. You're going to plant the right foot flat. And then if you'd like, you can tuck your left leg underneath you. It's totally normal if your right butt cheek doesn't want to stay on the ground. That's totally fine. If you need, prop yourself up on blocks or take the leg in front of your knee so that you can sit flat on your bum. Whatever feels most comfortable for you here. From this position, sit up tall. Place your right hand behind you. Inhale, reach the left arm up towards the sky. Exhale, begin to twist and look over your right shoulder. Good. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist. Very gentle. Inhale, you want to grow taller so you have space to twist. Exhale. Good. You can relax your left arm down. You can either hug your legs in closer or you can just rest it to the outside of your thigh. Continue looking over your right shoulder. As you inhale, stack the shoulders, grow taller through the spine. Exhale, twist. One more time, inhale and exhale. Good. Gently untwist yourself. And then come back with your legs extended in front of you, hands behind you. We'll cross the left ankle over top of the right, turn the left knee out, and then same thing, begin to plant the right foot flat. If you need, come down onto your forearms if that feels better for you. Start to sway the legs side to side. You can decide how close or far you want your foot to be. Swaying the legs side to side. And then we're just going to sway them so much that the left foot comes down to the ground on your right side. You might find that your left hip or butt cheek's going to lift as well. So again, you can stay there. You can keep it lifted, or if it's more comfortable for you, you can also take the left foot and place it so that it's not over top of your knee, and maybe tuck the right foot under. Good. Sitting up tall here, place your left hand behind you, and inhale, reach the right arm up to the sky, grow taller. Exhale, begin to twist as you look over your left shoulder. Again, inhale, lift up tall. Exhale, twist. Inhale, grow taller, reach up. Exhale, twist. Good. You can relax the left arm. You can hug your legs in closer or place it elbow on thigh. But continue to inhale and grow tall to create space along the side of your body. And on your exhale, keep twisting, looking over the left shoulder. A couple more inhales like that. Try and keep the shoulders stacked right over top of the hips. Exhale, twist. One more. Inhale and exhale. Nicely done. All right, untwist yourself. Bring the legs out in front of you, and this time plant your feet wider than hip distance, about mat distance. Hands are still behind you. And then go ahead and windshield wiper the legs side to side. That should feel pretty nice. Good. From here, bring the feet hip distance apart, and then scoot yourself so you're aligned on your mat so you can come to lay down in a comfortable position. Good. Once you're laying down on your mat, bring both knees in towards your chest, hug your knees in, and rock side to side on your low back. Good. Take both of your knees in towards your chest and then guide them out towards the sides. So almost as if you're guiding your knees up towards your armpits. From here, shine the soles of your feet up towards the sky, like you're doing a really deep squat on the sky, and grab behind your thighs, the backs of the knees. Gently pull down on the thighs, encouraging the thighs to come a little bit closer towards the ground on either side of you. Option, if you would like, from here to reach between your legs and grab hold of the insides, the outsides, or the ankles. Coming into happy baby pose. If this feels good for you, you might pull down on your feet. As you press the feet up in opposition, you might extend one leg and bend the other, extend one leg, bend. You might rock side to side. Take a moment to explore this happy baby position. From here, hug your knees into your chest. I give you this opportunity to take any last stretches that you might need before we come into Shavasana or corpse pose. Extend the legs long. Relax the arms long by your side. Coming into our final posture, corpse pose, our resting pose. And I always like to call corpse pose by its name because yoga is a practice for life. Everything we do on our mat translates to things we do in life. And practicing corpse pose, practicing laying here, experiencing peace, it's practice for welcoming the rest, the final rest. May it be peaceful. May you practice so that you can find peace at the end of your life. When you're ready and there's no rush, you can always pause the video. Couple options to come back up. You can roll onto your right side, bringing your knees in towards your chest. Or you can draw the knees into your chest, curling into a ball. If you're in a ball, grab behind your thighs, start to rock up and down your spine. If you're on your side, use your left hand to gently your shoulder so that you can place your right hand down to seated. And I like to close my practice with you in a seated posture, taking a few deep breaths, just enjoying the feeling after a practice, after making time and space for yourself, prioritizing your self-care, prioritizing your practice. So all together, let's take an inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands through heart center. 2 more times like that. Inhale, look up. Exhale, gather it in. 1 more time, inhale, gather it all up. Exhale, gather it all in. Bow your chin to your chest. I bow my chin to my chest to honor this beautiful practice and the lineage in which it comes from, ancient Hinduism and the ancient Indus Valley. I am so grateful that I am able to share the practices with you and that you're able to benefit from the tradition of yoga. All right, if you enjoyed that video, please leave me a comment or a like, and then make sure you are subscribed to my channel so you don't miss any more practices. I love sharing my practice with you, and it means so much to me that you share your practice with me as well. So leave a comment if you enjoyed this, if you have any questions. And I would love for you to be part of my online community if we can't connect in person.